Do you want to try some new ways to do a little bit of crosshatch in your quilt? Stay tuned. Christina Whitney.
And I'm Kim Sandberg.
And today we are going to continue with our classic designs, focusing on crosshatch.
I love crosshatch, especially how versatile it is. There are so many different ways that you can do a crosshatch to fill in a space.
So I've been going through this series that we've been doing with these classic designs, and that is the one word that keeps popping out, versatile.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that.
So all of these designs are so fantastic. You can put them anywhere, and they are just classics, traditional, like you make them modern. There's so many twists that you can do to them. So let's go ahead and jump into the drawing part of this segment, and we will show you some crosshatch. Okay, crosshatch. There are many different paths that you can do with this. I'm going to show you just a basic one where I'm going to start in my left corner. I'm going to either stitch in the ditch and come over, come up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, and finish in the ditch if you want that whole ditch covered. Now I've got to go back the other way, so I would have stopped maybe a little bit down, and then we're going to do the same thing, going left and right. Now straight lines are kind of tricky to do, so we'll show you some variations and some different tools that we can use to make that a little bit better. Let's go ahead and move to the ST.
Okay, I'm here at the Moxie ST, and I have a little grid drawn because I'm going to show you a variation on doing a crosshatch. So Christina just did it just with straight lines. If you do not want to use a ruler and you want to add a little bit of movement to your quilt, you can do a wavy crosshatch. I'm going to show you this. Come over here. And this is really great when you want to do a crosshatch, but you want to do it quickly. So we're going to just do a little wavy line across and then come down. And I'm going to do two kind of close together. And then I'm going to go down to the next spot and do a little bit of a wave going across there. The trick is to keep everything smooth as you're stitching, which is harder than it seems when you're talking. So please forgive me. These are a little wiggly here. If I was stitching this on a real quilt, I would have, I'd be doing these little jogs here at the end in the seam allowance of the block, so they would just fit that. Okay, we're going to come down here to the bottom, and then I'm going to work my way across, going up and over. An inconsistent but yet consistent wiggle all the way up and across and then back down again. So that is a wavy crosshatch there that just adds some fun movement. It's a different variation that you can do for crosshatch. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at another version of crosshatch on the Amara 20.
Okay, we're going to do a different variation on the crosshatch using the Amara 20, and we're going to use rulers. And right now I've got my HQ curved crosshatch ruler, and this is the small size. It comes in a set of two with small and large. Okay, so I am going to do, instead of straight lines, I'm going to do curved lines. And let me just check my settings here real quick. I'm going to slow down my speed and make sure it stops with the needle in the down position, and I am on cruise. So I'm going to stitch along, and like Kim mentioned, I'm going to travel in my seam line, and then I'm going to reposition my ruler and continue around. Repositioning, travel. Now if I wanted to be really different. I could have changed up the spacing, and instead of doing each one at a 1/2 inch, I could have done like a 1/4 inch, and then an inch, and then a 1/4 inch, and then an inch, just to give it a little bit of variety. Okay, so there's all my up and downs. I'm going to snip this thread real quick, get it out of my way, and now I'm going to do the bottom part. I think we might be able to fit maybe part of one more. And there's our curved crosshatch.
Looks great.
And we did a video last year where we had some crosshatch, and we actually went in and did a fill in every other block, and that will give the curved crosshatch another completely different look. Okay, now let's jump over and do our last design using Pro Stitcher.
All right, we're going to take a look at the screen here now. I'm going to choose this design from Pro Stitcher. It's called the Crosshatch Square, this one right here. And we're going to go ahead and open this up. And I actually want this to be on the diagonal. So we just did a curve, we did a straight across. So I'm going to go into Modify, and I'm going to rotate this 45 degrees so that it will fill essentially a diamond-shaped area. Okay, I want this to start here. So we're going to go to Modify, Reposition, Start Point to move that around. And then I'm going to see if I have enough space to quilt that. Not quite. So we're going to move that up just a little bit more.
Or you can resize it too.
We could resize it. I want this to stitch out nice and big though, and I don't have enough room, so we're going to resize it. We'll go into resize, I'll hit my lock, and we're going to go down to about, we'll do about a 10-inch. Okay, that's great. So we're ready to stitch this out, and we're going to go ahead and we'll let this run.
It'll be interesting to see the path that the Pro Stitcher uses for this design.
You see that the Pro Stitcher is doing one up, one down, and then one across. And so it is a different path that you could definitely still use with free motion or with rollers.
So while that's stitching, I'm going to come back up here to the design. And you'll notice where the start and end points are. They're not on the same plane, so this is not continuous. But if you hadn't rotated it, you could make this a continuous design. You just have to realize that that one side, and I guess it's the bottom left right now, is going to have a straight line in between.
That's exactly right. it is fun how this stitch from the inside out, from the middle out, and when we did this in free motion, we definitely started from one side and worked our way across. So just different paths to get the result you're looking for.
So crosshatch, great design,
Yep.
so many different possibilities with it.
Absolutely.
It's also great like on the background around an applique, just so many different ideas. So thank you for joining us, and make sure that you follow Kim and I. I am Christina's _quilting, and that's Christina with a K, and yours is?
Kim Quilts, and it's KIMKWILTS on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep. And have fun quilting.